Hey everybody, it's Friday, so we're live here at the amateur channel of Star. Welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm here by myself today, so I brought some stuff with me to do. I'm just gonna chat. I'm gonna, keep in mind and be aware that there are people who do watch the replay. So I want to answer questions. If you're here live, please put them in the chat. You can ask me anything about reselling, and I will answer you. And as I wait for that to happen, I'm going to chat. Like I said, I'm going to keep in mind that I know people watch the replay. So I just want to talk about some stuff that I've actually been thinking about in between taking questions. And I'm going to be untangling some jewelry. Maybe. This is a mess. So if you guys remember my friend Karen, she lives here locally in Pittsburgh. And she comes to my eBay local meetups. She does jewelry as well. In fact, you heard it first here, folks. She and I are going to be doing Posh live shows, selling jewelry soon. I'm not sure when. We just had a meetup Wednesday and talked about it. So we will be doing that together in the next coming month or two. I'll be doing live Posh shows of jewelry with Karen. And I need to talk to Robert because I want to do Plush as well. Anyway, Karen had this box. It really tangled. Oh, hi, Lucy. This is just a mess. And she said she was done dealing with it. She wanted no more parts of this box, but she knew her OCD friend would love, and I do. I haven't been able to get to it yet. She actually gave it to me last month at our February meetup. I planned like one Saturday to just get to this and just in the afternoon put a horror movie on or something, some true crime, and just dig through it. But I pulled it out today because I can dig through it and talk to you guys at the same time. Hi, Tammy. And so, like I said, if you have questions, put them in the chat. I'll answer anything at all about reselling. And I'm going to pull this jewelry apart while I talk about something that's been on my mind. You guys do know that there's no right or wrong way to resell it. I hope you know that. And if you didn't know that, you know that now, right? There's no right or wrong way at all. Whatever works for you, your family, your situation, your business, your life is what is right for you. And that may not look right for me. And what looks right for me may not look right for you. I mean, your bills are not my bills. My disability and my pain and my mental health issues are not yours. You may not be disabled. You may have ADHD to my OCD. Like, everyone is different. And we all have different goals, and we all have different limitations, and we all have different things going on in our life. So whatever works for you is correct. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's whatever it is correct. Now, if it's not working, it's not correct. So you know what I'm saying, right? Like, if you have a certain way of thrifting or sourcing or certain items that you like to sell and it's not working and you're not making enough money, then clearly that's not working. And that's when you need to think about change. This is amazing therapy. I was so excited when Karen brought me this. I was like, your friend wants to do that. Because she was like, I don't want any parts of it. I hate it. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to sit here and do it. And I'm like, I do. I love stuff like this. It's so, for me, this is just, I like to take messes like this and make them neat. I love watching hoarders too. The before and after is like aphrodisiac for me. Okay, so back to talking about the reselling. If it's working for you and you're happy, I should add that, then it's right. Clearly, if it's working and you're not happy, something's wrong. I've had friends before that would work night and day, 12-hour days, 6 days a week, and make six figures and never have time to spend their money. And they were tired and miserable and worn out. And they cut back on their business to where they were making a little bit less, but they had more time to do the things in life that they wanted to do. And they could still afford their bills and what they wanted to do with their life. And they were a lot happier. So, but I mean, if you like to work, that's, I always tell you guys about work-life balance, and that's important. But if you like to work. I mean, if it's a hobby to you and you like to go thrifting, that's fine. Just don't forget to take time for yourself. You know what I mean? So clearly, if it's working, it's right. If it's not, if you're not making enough money, if you're not paying your bills, if you're thinking about having to go back to work, if you're making enough money but you're miserable and you're working too much, then that's when something's got to give. But there's no really right or wrong way. And it just frustrates me to no end. Can't tell you how much it frustrates me when I see these. I'm going to try to be nice, but I'm not really going to be nice because I'm considering this kind of like a tough love talk. These know-it-all Neanderthals that come into these Facebook groups, and not mine, thankfully. I hope you are in my Facebook group. It's called Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod, and everybody's in there is nice. We don't have, mean people. But some Facebook groups and other sources of social media have those mean people that want to come in and tell you they make $1 million a second on Amazon and they're the best and they know everything and everything they do is right. And if it's different from what you do, then you're absolutely wrong and you're a failure. And get lost. Get out of here and have several seats, because no, I would not enjoy selling on Amazon. Keith sells a little bit on Amazon. Some of his electronics deals that he has with folks for wholesale, which I don't really show or talk about on this channel because I don't show you everything, but he does. It's stressful though. I personally would not enjoy selling on Amazon. I think the buyers are mean. I think the returns are too easy. I think they never side with sellers. I don't really think there's seller support. And I think it's really stressful. This little dolphin. Isn't he cute? So I personally, even if you told me I could make $500,000 a year, I wouldn't sell on Amazon. Because for me personally, money isn't really a, I can't think of the word I want. This is why it's not fun to be live. Because if I have a brain fart, I can't edit it out. I'm not motivated by money. I'm a very minimalistic person. I'm very happy, very easily. If my bills are paid and I have a working vehicle and I have food on the table, and not just food on the table, like I don't want to just eat ramen for every meal or rice and beans. I like to cook. I love to try new recipes. So I should say if I have the ability to fill my fridge and do my cooking and have different types of food and snacks, and my bills are paid, and my needs are met, basic needs, and if I have enough money for Amazon Kindle Unlimited, and most of the books I read are free on the library anyway, maybe a movie now and again when something comes out that I'm interested in. The streaming apps I like to have because I love my true crime and horror movies. And everything basic needs. I'm good. I mean, we spent a lot of money when we first moved back to PA on all brand new furniture and hangings for the wall. I know my office looks pretty bare. I have plans in here, but I never get around to them. We have everything we need. I'm good. So I'm not money motivated, is my point about that long rant. So if you told me I could make $1 million a year and I would be stressed out and I would have to work 12-hour days, 6 days a week, I wouldn't want to do it. Yuck. Blech. If you told me that I could make exactly what I need with a little bit extra for to put away in savings and movies and stuff, and I could work 20 hours a week, I sure would. I sure would. I'm motivated by, this is really cute, but the chain's broken, so I'm going to take these off and just sell this as a pendant. Should put these on Baby Yoda. You guys want to see Baby Yoda with some glasses? Baby Yoda's got some bling these days. Hi, Carrie Berry's mom. Hey, guys, stick around to the end. I'm not going to stay for like the whole hour and a half, 2 hours I do with the guests. But I'm going to do a giveaway. Like more than just the list. I'm going to give away a list perfectly if we do have anyone that wants to try it. But do a little giveaway. That's from my friend Karen too. But let's see what Yoda looks like a little old lady with little glasses and this little thing. How cute. Okay, so you gotta do what makes you happy. You gotta do what works for you. I cannot stress enough that saying your bills are not my bills. Because there's folks in this world who live in places where their bills are $2,000 a month for everything. And there's people whose mortgages are $5,000 a month. So everything is different. You might have, I'm an empty nester. My kids are all grown. So I just have to feed me and Keith. But if you've got kids and if you're feeding teenagers, oh my gosh, when my kids were teenagers, if it was not nailed to the floor, they came through like a vacuum and they ate it. So your grocery bill isn't my grocery bill. Mine's cheap. And, I do menu plan and I do a lot of cooking and I cook big because I don't know how to cook for 2 people. So I cook like 2, maybe 3 really big meals a week. And then we just eat the leftovers. And then, I have a lot of limitations due to my back injury. And Keith has he's got antisocial anxiety disorder. And I'm also a hermit and reclusive, but not as much as him. But we don't really like to leave the house. And with my back, I'm limited. And we don't really enjoy thrifting. We don't like being in stores with other people. So for us, ordering, boxes and boxes and boxes of wholesale is perfect. I just did another thread up unboxing today. You guys will see those videos coming out tomorrow and Monday. I got another 51 pairs of jeans, 51 viable pieces that I can sell. Figured out the profit on it was like $600, and I paid $60 to have it delivered to my front door. And there were over 10 pieces of Bolo brands in there. I like that stuff. I like ordering jewelry. I could really contentedly just sit in my office 7 days a week in pajamas and just work. Hey, look who came in. It's Robert, my peeps. Hey, Robert, we're just sitting here chatting. I have this big box of jungled up jewelry that my friend Karen gave me. And it was free. And as my mother used to say, beggars can't be choosers. So I really like untangling jewelry therapy. But we're talking about just how there's no real right or wrong way to resell. And there's so many different business models. And there's so many different ways to get inventory. So many different types of things to sell. And, we haven't even touched on all the different buyers. There are people who sell really expensive stuff. And, there is still a few people out there, I guess, who have discretionary funds to spend. There's still people in this world who are not affected, by what's going on with the economy. What recession, right? They don't even know how expensive groceries are. There's still those people, and they still shop. But I think, honestly, and this is just my opinion, it's not just me defending my volume-based bread and butter business. But there are more people out there right now who are just struggling to put food on the table and freaking out when they get to the register at the grocery store and wondering how they're going to pay for all this food for their kids and their bills. They're not coming on eBay to buy expensive shit. Hey, Mary. People are coming on eBay for bargains right now. People are coming on eBay to save money. There are still some folks out there with money, but even in good times, the joke is the 1%, right? The 1%. So when things are bad, is it less than 1% of people that actually have just tons of discretionary funds to toss around? Probably. That's just my take. But there's still room for the people who want to sell the stuff that's expensive, right? Because again, there's no right or wrong way to resell. There's all kinds of people out there too, like all kinds of stuff you can sell. This is really cute. It's got little charms. There's little old ladies that still want their Alfred Dunner sweatshirts and matching pants, their little sets. that they wear. Keith's grandma wears those sets. She's so cute. There's still people that want Alfred Dunner. There's still little old ladies that shop on eBay and want their old lady clothes. There's young people who want what's hip and in fashion. There's sneakerheads that want the sneakers that are in fashion. There's skinny people, medium people, fluffy people, tall people, short people. There's even a market for Walmart clothing because that has a loyal customer base as well. I mean, there's a market for everything. And whatever you can get. Did I say hi to Mary? I think I could. Whatever you can get in your area is what you can get. Like, if you can find bulk lots and wholesale outside of your area to get things you can't find in your area, awesome. Not everyone can or does. A lot of people do like to go thrifting. I don't understand that, but I hear that people like it. You know, whatever you can get in your area. And, you know, that's a lot of why Keith and I actually have a volume-based business to begin with. Because when we first started reselling, we're self-taught. We weren't in any Facebook groups, and we really didn't have any reseller friends or know anybody or even watch YouTube for like our first 2 years. I don't even think we thought that that existed. We didn't know. And we would just go and spend money. We would go to the bins and spend $100 on 100 pounds. And when we flipped enough of that stuff that we had enough capital that we could like graduate from the bins to shopping off the rack, which was a really big goal for us because we don't like the bins. We're germaphobes. But we bought everything, all the things. And when we graduated from the bins, we went to 99-cent day and we just bought everything and we brought it home. And I started to learn what's Bolo brands, what's bread and butter, what's poop, just by buying everything and bringing it home. But because we were still building the business, we needed to sell as much as we could, make as much profit as we could. So we listed everything we sourced just to get our money back. And that's actually how my guides came about. If you've ever bought any of our clothing, Plush or jeans guides, those came about because Keith and I started making spreadsheets and lists as we learned. Don't get this, get this. And then we started learning how to look up sell-through rates and average sell prices and how to do the research. And we just started making these spreadsheets for us to have that we would keep on our phone. And that way, instead of going to 99-cent day and spending $600 on 600 pieces and finding out 300 of them were poop, when we started keeping these spreadsheets on our phones, we could spend $600, 300 bread and butter, 300 Bolo. You know what I mean? So that's how the guides came about. We're self-taught. We learned everything on our own. But we also found out very early on, the thrift stores around Pittsburgh, which is a factory blue-collar city, it really is. We're not bougie here, trust me. The thrift stores around here, for every 100 pairs of American Eagles you're going to find on 99-cent day, when you go in on non-99-cent day, you may find one pair of Bolo brand, and that might be Miss Me or Silver. You don't really find like Mother or Diesel or any of those really expensive ones here, like ever. So again, with the whole philosophy of you got to work with what you've got, we had access to hundreds of bread and butter brands, hundreds of them, for 99 cents a piece. And about that time, I started making friends with some resellers in the community and joining groups, and discovered that people had these volume-based businesses and you could make it work. And if we had access to thousands of pieces for only 99 cents, and we could build our store up, we could do a volume-based business. And it, you know, they say it's more work. I'm going to talk about that in a second. They say it's more work than if you're not a volume-based business, and selling higher end goods is less work than being a bread and butter volume-based. I don't really think it is. So actually, the reason we're talking about this is y'all know that me and Keith go on a walk every day for an hour. And we talk about our business. We talk about all kinds of stuff. But we try to treat it as our business meeting. And then if we don't really have that much to talk about for the business, he gets to hear about the books I'm reading and stuff. We get, you know, we go every day. So it's a whole hour of talking. We were talking about this today. So I want to talk about the work that you put in But I'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna check out the comments. Me neither. I went to a church sale last month with my local eBay group, and there were so many people, and it was so crowded, and I really think it was probably a fire hazard, and they shouldn't have had that many people in the buildings. There was a church, there was a garage, there was like a Ramada. They had like a bunch of buildings, and my anxiety was like, nope. So I stood outside. I did find a little Stitch. He's cute. He's still in the car. He's got to be seen. We're going next month. My group is going to Salvation Army, so we'll see what I come home with. I do agree that the bins are good sourcing, especially for clothing sellers. Oh my gosh. And especially if you're first getting started and you don't have a lot of capital or a lot of money, then it's a perfect place to go. You have $20, you can get 20 pounds. Flip a couple pieces, come back with your profit. It's a really great place to build up your business. It's just that it's grody. I don't like it. It's gross. But I'm not above it. Trust me when I tell you, we started at the bins until we graduated to 99-cent day. Yeah, there's a lot of blue collar areas that don't have a lot of really great brands. I have friends who live near Beverly Hills in New York City, and their thrift stores. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, but whatever. I cannot get this piece. Let's see. Oh, hey, Bella's here. Hey, what's up? I like volume myself, and I'm going to talk about that. Yes, I am. This is my therapy. The jewelry that I actually buy myself from I buy it from a lady on Etsy. She packs it so nice and neat. It's hardly ever tangled. I don't know where this came from. My friend Karen gave this to me. Sorry if you already heard this at the beginning. My friend Karen wanted no more parts of this, and she said, I know you do, and I do. I love this. You could bring me like a 10-pound bag of jewelry. I would just be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to watch movies and work on this. It's going to be so fun. That's therapy for me. I think you have to have, broken chain. You have to have like the ability to hyper focus, and I think it helps my anxiety and it helps my OCD. Robert says, I would have gotten out the scissors already. No, I'm really patient. I really like doing this. And look, when I find pieces like this, the ends are broken, I will repurpose this. So I have a little box where I'm putting my bibs and bobs, and I'm learning from some friends at listing parties how to make brooches and how to repurpose these into other pieces of jewelry. The box that I'm saving them in is a little bit bigger than this. And I have like 10 pieces in there. So it's going to be a while till you see start crafting. But I'm saving them up, and I'm paying attention to people when they teach me stuff, and I'm learning. I have notes in my bullet journal. Yes, please preach it. People think I'm crazy. But that's a lot of the reason why I like volume. And I can sit here with, I mean, I'm not even kidding. I can open 2 thread up 50-pound denim boxes, which is usually about 50 to 55 pieces a box. So say 100 pieces of denim. I could do 2 unboxings, pre-record them on YouTube for you guys, and then spend the next couple of days just in bliss, measuring all 100 pairs, photographing. I just love things that are tedious and repetitious. It's OCD. It really is. And it also helps my anxiety. I am diagnosed, so I'm not just throwing out the alphabet for clout, but I am diagnosed. I also really like diamond dot paintings because it's like the same repetition over and over. You can see the one I'm working on back there. You see the orange? It's Jason, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger. If you want to see it, I'll bring it over. Let me know. I'll go get it. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry, Dilla. I was wondering about you. I did think about you because I usually see you at all my live shows, and you usually comment in the Facebook group or send me messages. I do often hear from you, and we brought you up at a true crime listing party that we hadn't seen you in a while. really sorry to hear that. Girl, let me tell you, I love this. It's just this, like, this is what I should hire myself out for, right? I should be like putting out ads locally for Pittsburgh sellers. Do you need your jewelry untangled? I will untangle it. And then I could figure out a price per box or price per hour. And then I could just sit and watch movies and untangle jewelry for people. I'm not even kidding. That, so much that. Anything that's tedious, organizing. So Keith had about 500 of his comic books listed and no inventory system for them, really. He had them like in stacks in my office. I like a neat place, right? No, I don't. I do, but my office is a mess all the time. But he had listed like 500 of his comics and he didn't have a system yet. So we got those comic boxes, right? And we were like, well, this Saturday, this was like a month ago. This Saturday, I just broke off somebody's nut. It looks like a little walnut. We said, we're going to sit down and alphabetize these comic books and put them in these boxes. And it wasn't even low key. It was high key. I was excited. I was looking forward to that Saturday. I had visions in my head of how I was going to sit on the floor and make stacks of A, B, C, and then take all the series and put them in order by episodes or numbers of the comic. I was so thrilled. And he was like, I am not looking forward to it. I don't even want to do it. And he was like, he really didn't want to do it. It was miserable. And I was really excited. So what we ended up doing was I sat on the floor and organized them and alphabetized them. And then when I was done, he came in and did all the heavy lifting and put them in the boxes and on the shelves. But that was really fun too. I'm such a dork. Nerd. Yep. I just love organizing. Okay, so now we're going to talk about another thing that people like to say is that people who sell volume or bread and butter do more work for less money. And in most cases, if at face value, just looking at the surface of the lake, that is true. If you have a vintage pair of, is it orange tab Levi's, and they sell for $1,000, it is going to take me, I can't math. Let me get my calculator. Most of my bread and butters are like right around $20. So I would have to list 50 pairs to your one to make that same $1,000 sale. So yeah, I would have to measure 50 pairs of jeans and photograph 50 pairs of jeans and build 50 listings, right? To make that same $1,000 that you're going to make with your one pair of jeans. But that's just the surface of the lake. That's just at face value. I'm going to check my phone. We're having a very casual live show, so I feel like I can check my phone. And if you're watching the replay, hi to you too. Oh, one of my books at the library is reading. I love to read. Okay, nerd. What was I saying? Okay, so face value, yes. Your one pair of jeans is going to take you less time to list than mine. However, again, that's only face value. How long did it take you to find that one pair of Levi's? How many days did you have to leave the house, put wear and tear on your car, spend money on gas, spend hours and hours driving from thrift to thrift, hours and hours digging through racks to find that one pair of Levi's? And how often are you going to find that one pair of Levi's? Like, how common is it to find things like that in your area? I say in your area because like I said, I do have friends that live near New York City and Beverly Hills, and they can literally go into a thrift store and every week for an hour and come out with 10 $5,000 pieces. But seriously, literally and realistically in your area, How often are you going to find those? How many hours and days and months and years are you going to keep going to the thrift every day, day in and day out, looking through stuff to find those pieces? You will find them. Hard goods too. If you go to the thrift all the time, you're going to find money. You're going to find it. But that's where I'm saying the time spent is face value. The time it takes you to get public ready, because I like when I'm not on recording YouTube or on live shows. Listen, people. I do take showers, okay? But I put clean pajamas on every morning after a shower, and I pull my wet hair back into a troll bun, and I don't wear makeup, and I come in my office and I look homeless and gross. I don't spend any time getting ready. And then those 50 pairs of jeans that I have to list to equate your one pair of expensive jeans were delivered to my front doorstep with 1 or 2 clicks of a button. I went to ThredUp. I clicked a couple buttons and told them I want another 50-pound box. I okayed the payment. They shipped it. It showed up at my front door, and there's my 50 pairs 3 days later. So it took me 2 seconds, maybe a minute on the computer to order 50 pairs of jeans. Now I do have to measure them and photograph them, but in the time it takes me to measure and photograph 50 pairs of jeans to get them listed, have you found that $1,000 pair yet? Or are you still getting dressed every day, getting in your car, putting wear and tear on your tires in your car, using gas, and going in and out of thrift stores and looking for stuff? So that's my point. I think at the end of the day, the actual time spent is the same. It just depends on what you like to do. So do you like that thrill of the hunt? Do you like to go out every day and dig and look and search and find 1 or 2 great pieces a week that you're going to sell for the same amount of money as I'm selling the 120 pieces I listed this week by staying home? I think it's the same amount of time. In all actuality, if you do a lot of wholesale and get stuff delivered to your door, you're probably actually spending less time because it's just delivered and then you just have to sit and list it. And it's not, I don't think it's that time consuming. And if you get into a niche and you get used to what you're doing, for instance, my Plush and my jeans, I don't even comp anymore. Like, I have all the prices memorized in my head. So does Keith. We just do what we do. And we're fast. You just have to get to the point where you're fast. Once you've done jeans for 7 years, you just get really fast. So I don't know. How long does it take someone to go out to thrift stores and yard sales and church sales and find those big dollar items when I can sit here in between the two of us, list 120 new items a week? I think it's the same, or more time spent when you're leaving the house every day. The bread and butter listings are so easy though, because it's stuff we can find regularly. And yes, exactly. So this is stuff that even if you do go out thrifting every day and you don't buy wholesale, I can go into a Salvation Army or Goodwill on 99-cent day, and in 45 minutes to an hour, I can come out with 100 to 200 pieces. I can just fly through the jeans rack and grab everything that's 99 cents that I know is bread and butter, throw it in my cart, and get out of there. It doesn't take any time. Do I stop and look at other stuff? Sure I do. Yeah, I want to find the Bolos. I want to find the $1,000 Levi's, but it's not going to happen. It's like a once in a lifetime find for me. In fact, to be honest with you, most of the really expensive, high dollar, really good brands of jeans that I've ever sold have come to me in a ThredUp. I don't find that kind of stuff here in Pittsburgh. I just don't. It's a blue collar town. It's a factory town. Steel mill and all that. So I just don't. But I do get them in ThredUps all the time because they're shipping from different destinations around the country where those are being donated. Yes, girlfriend. I love List Perfectly. I love List Perfectly. That's one of the many reasons why. Hey, if you're not using List Perfectly, I'm going to be giving away a month free at the end of the show. And you can also try it for 30% off. When you sign up, just use code flippinhippos. And that includes if you've left. So if you have ever tried List Perfectly and had to take a break from it, you can return for 30% off your first month with code flippinhippos. Flippin' jewelry for change. By the way, I love your name. I have just started. I call it my jewelry journey. I only started it this year. I said I was going to try new things in 2024, and jewelry was one of the first things I dipped my toes into to try, and I fell in love. Just all this detangling, and the pictures are. This is easy. This is as easy to list as Plush. Now, if this was not a Tangled box, even easier. I mean, the boxes I get from the lady I buy on Etsy, I can get through like 6 pounds in a couple hours, pulling a piece out, photographing it. I do clean it, I should say. But I love jewelry. I love your name. Well, fancy. I could wear this and be fancy. I could be a classy lady and drink my boxed wine on Friday night. Heavy military area, very transitionary, lots of bread and butter donations versus high. Right, because those people are taking their high-end and their collectibles with them. My first husband was a Marine, so I did live that life for a little while, about 25 years ago. And then, I mean, I can even say from personal experience, I've moved across the country 5 times in my life. And even recently in 2022, when we came back to Pittsburgh from Florida, anything that wasn't really valuable or I didn't really have sentimental value or I really, really like, donate. I ain't moving it. It costs a lot of money to move. Robert just got 100 plush in 10 minutes on Whatnot. Yep. An American Thrift just restocked, so I could go get a whole Gaylord of plush, which is a lot too, like 100 or so, with a couple clicks. I don't need to. Let me tell you guys about my plush. I'm actually in the middle of a plush audit, inventory audit, and I have been all year. If you saw my episode with Rachel Strickland on this channel, I was on bin 2 and I'm on bin 8. It's a slow process. I'm only doing like 1 or 2 bins a week. And I'm double checking List Perfectly and the back end of eBay to make sure that everything's honky-dory. And then I'm also consolidating them in bins, which means I have to change the SKU line if I move it from 8 to 9 and stuff like that. Once I get through all of our plush, which I think we have like 500, I can actually look at List Perfectly and tell you. I can tell you how many plush I have live right now. I have... It's thinking. Whenever I'm just doing List Perfectly on my... I have what? I don't believe it. I'm going to show you because I am surprised. I'm like, I have 400 or 500 plush. I'm going to share my screen with you because look at this. Look at this. All right, over here in my inventory, I told List Perfectly I want to look at plush. Here's my active listings, 1,138. What? I didn't know I had that many. That's why they're taking up so much room. So, but the last time I did a plush audit, honestly, was before I went to Florida, and that was 2021. And so a lot of the bins he's bringing me to go through have like 3 or 4 plush in them. It's like I really need to consolidate this down and get them organized and clear up some space. You probably see behind me, I've already cleared out 2 bins, so I have room for more. So I'm just consolidating it down as I do the audit. And then I have 3 or 4 great big boxes of plush in my garage I still haven't unboxed. I bought them from my other friend, Karen. I have 2 Karen friends. 2 friends named Karen, and they're both really nice. They're not Karen. But my other friend, Karen, lives in Tennessee, I believe. I met her at FlipCon. She's got that dog I'm in love with, Milo. She got out of plush altogether because she started doing Whatnot, and I think she does Posh, but she started doing Whatnot sales for sure, selling clothing. So she wanted to get rid of her plush, so I bought it all from her. I still have 4 boxes from her I haven't opened because I want to finish consolidating. I will open them whether I'm done with my audit or not on May 3rd because somebody is coming on the channel on May 3rd and we're going to open Plush together. Okay, so the Goodwill blue boxes of jeans, if you get them half off, are fantastic. They're too expensive otherwise. I believe it's $30. Let's go look together. Why am I trying to guess? We're here to learn. So let's go look together. Goodwill blue. I can't type over a box. It's hard. Goodwill blue box. Let's go look. Let's go look. Let's go look together. Let me make myself small. All right, so they're almost always on sale. That's the joke. Like last summer, I saw that they were 50% off, and I got really excited and bought like 4 before the sale went away. They're almost always off. They restock every day at 6 p.m. So that's in 15 minutes. And you get 10 to 12 pairs. So I think for $30, 10 to 12 pairs is way too expensive, but I'm spoiled at 99 cents and ThredUp prices. I mean, the ThredUp box I opened today was $1.18 per piece that I got in that box. So that's my paper from when I unboxed. But half off, $15, heck yeah. And then it's $7 shipping. And I got really good stuff. I was really happy. I was very pleased. I will tell you, and the comics. Keith orders their comics all the time too. Those are pretty good. Nothing to pay for college for my kids for, but we've gotten some $200-$300 comics out of there. The Plush, I would avoid. Now, I will tell you, I have friends that have ordered the Plush from Goodwill Blue Boxes, and they're pleased and they're happy and they loved what they got. And then I tried it, and I got a box of Beanie Babies. And what do you get with the Plush? So it's $30 for 10 pounds. That's a good deal. $30 for 10 pounds of Plush. But then, you know, I got I'm talking an entire box of Beanie Babies, and that was just poop. Maybe I'll try it again. I don't know. I like American Thrift Supply for Plush. Just only get the medium and large boxes. You guys want to see those too? I'll just give away all my sources today, and then there'll be nothing left for me to thrift or to order. I need a drink. Getting vocal right. So you go to the micro bales. When you get Plush from here, get the big soft toys, the 50 pounds of big soft toys. It is $130, but it's absolutely worth it. If Robert's still in the chat, he can attest. He can talk to you about it too, or just attest in the chat. Give it up for the 50-pound box. This box comes with Dakin and Douglas Cuddle Toy and Disney and Build-A-Bear, and they're bigger. They're larger Plush. They're good brands. They're good characters. This one is absolute crap. It's poop. It's shit. I'm just going to say it how it is. It's a 75-pound box for the same price. And the last one I got, I opened with Robert on this channel, and everything was poop. I was so disappointed. It was a bunch of Beanie Babies and the little wee tiny plushies with the clips on their head and the Hallmark itty bitties and the McDonald's toys. Don't get the small. Get the big one. Get the big one. Get the big one. That's so fun. I see. That's why I say there's no right or wrong way to resell. I love jewelry, and I didn't think I would. I avoided it for 8 years and never was willing to try it, and then I did, and love it. I won't touch shoes. I like electronics, small. I really like doing remotes. I do. They're gross. They're grody. When they come in the Gaylord, when they get here, they're dirty. They're nasty. But gosh, once they're clean, they're so easy to test and list. We haven't ordered any in a while. Like, we've been getting smaller boxes of them, not Gaylords. But Keith says if these comics continue to work out for him, he's going to avoid remotes because they're gross. He does video games and other electronics as well. I like jeans and Plush and jewelry. That's just me. Look at that hot mess of a ball of chains. You see it? It's like a whole ass ball with a pretty pendant. It's purple. I have to untangle her. She's so pretty. Such a pretty purple. I love jewelry, but don't know how to describe them. So just do a quick Google image search. I'll actually screen share with you again and show you some of my jewelry and how I figure out what I'm going to call it, because I didn't know anything about jewelry. Okay, my whole life I was a tomboy. My entire life I was either a tomboy or a nerd. I like Star Wars, Doctor Who. I love to read. I love playing video games. My friends have all been dudes my whole life. Even when I was married, I didn't really wear a wedding ring. I've just never been a girly girl. I live in jeans and graphic tees and pajama pants. So when I started doing jewelry, I was like, this is going to be so much to learn. It's going to be such a huge learning curve. It's really not. It's really, really super easy. I will actually show you. It's probably a little bit easier for me because I use this perfectly, but anyone can use Google Image. Somebody asking for measurements that are in the description. Not fun. I look like a snot when I say that because I am. Snarky. I don't know what Mary's referring to because I'm just chatting away. Flipping jewelry for change. I started my jewelry journey a year ago, but quickly became overwhelmed and packed it all away. Decided this year to pull it back out and actually do something with it. I'm loving it. And the thing is I'm only buying a little bit at a time. So when I first decided that I was going to try it, I bought a 1 pound box just to dip my toes in, just to see if I was going to like it. I loved it. I went through that 1 pound box in an hour, like just sorting it and photographing it. Maybe an hour and a half. It might have been 2 day lines. I measure how fast I work by what I'm watching. So I can tell you, I can't tell you how long it takes me to do a box of 1 pound jewelry, but I can say it took 2 date lines. Or 50 pairs of jeans. I don't know. 1.5 horror movies. But I liked it so much I bought a 3 pound box and then a 6 pound box. But I get through the whole box before I buy more. That way I don't get too much and get overwhelmed. Who's coming on the show in May to open Plush with me? I wonder who. I have 400 or 500 in totes not listed. Oh my goodness. Oh, Plush. Did well with a Plush a couple years ago, but so many racing to the bottom. Yeah, that's with anything. I mean, it just is. There's Scentsies that I used to sell, Scentsy Plush for like $50, $12 now. There's jeans I used to sell for $60 and $80 that go for $30 now. It's that's why that's my soapbox. Why I talk about racing to the bottom so much. We're going to set this aside for now. Flipping Plush for change. I've gotten really good and really bad. Yeah. Blue boxes, American Thrift Supply is way better, but always get the large toys. Yes, Robert will attest. Stopping a quick sec. Hi! I don't know if I caught you while you were still here, friend. But hi, Kristen. A 10 pound Beanie Babies box before they actually sold the Beanie Babies box. Yeah, I got one too, and I was not happy about it. If you keep watching me untangle, yeah, I bought a 1 pound box just to try it, and then I liked it. I bought a 3-pound. I got a box sent to me for free. The lady I buy from on WhistlePig, on Etsy. She got a ton of orders after my first unboxing, so she created a code for my viewers, and then she sent me some stuff for free. That was cool. All right. I got some untangled. It takes a while. This is going to be garbage. Where's my garbage? All right. You guys ready to see how Star does her jewelry real quick? And then we'll do a couple giveaways, and then I'll let you go and do your weekend. That's for the giveaways. I'm in the wrong hole. There we go. All right. So let's just look for jewelry on here. I don't know if I have any that isn't listed. Okay. So these are my jewelries that are listed. I have 4 unlisted. These are watches. They're all watches. I think watches, you guys, just to tell you this, I think watches are going to be in my permanent I don't wanna pile. When the lady from Etsy sent me a sample, that box I was talking about, she sent me a sample of all the different types of items that she sells. There were watches in there. I should just buckle down and do them the way I do my jewelry. So here's how I do jewelry. Let's pretend that these aren't listed, right? So I sit down. Actually, I should show you how I store them. I can't bring over a whole container because of my bag, but I'm going to show you the bag. I'll be right back. So we have these. I don't even know if you can still hear me when I'm walking and talking. Okay. So we have the little tiny, like Rubbermaid. I can't carry one because they're too heavy. Keith has to get them down for me when I do them, when I need to fill them up or something else. But we have shelves in our closet here, and we have those. This is what happens when you touch a lot of jewelry, by the way. I'll have to wash my hands. This is why you clean your stuff, guys. It's like I've been touching newspapers. The little just Rubbermaid totes, right? Or you can use boxes, you can do whatever. And then I bought these bags on Amazon. If you want the link, let me know. You can purchase it with my affiliate link and help me out. Let me make a couple pennies. I bought a bag of these. And so what I do, the non-tangled stuff, the good stuff I buy off the lady from Etsy. I pull it out. If it's plastic or painted or metal, something that shouldn't go through the sonic jewelry cleaner, I have a paper towel there that I just occasionally spray with Awesome. Some people use like 409, but I think that's too abrasive. So I just use like Awesome. And then I just wipe it down. And then I take pictures of it. And then I get a bag. And I number the bag. And I put the piece of jewelry in there. There's earrings in this one. And then I set it aside. And if I pull something out like that's all metal that can go through the sonic cleaner, I just keep it next to me. And it has a little basket. I don't know where it is, or I'd show it to you. I can't remember if it's on the jewelry shelf. Up here. It's up there, and I can't reach it. Keith has to help me get that done, too. It's like at the top. But it has a little basket inside. And that basket's what you put inside the cleaner with like a drop of dish soap, and it sonic cleans it. So I just, when I'm having a photography jewelry day, I put my box from Etsy here, pull out a piece. Can it go through the sonic cleaner? If the answer is yes, it goes in the basket. If the answer is yes, it goes in the basket. If the answer is no, it probably shouldn't. Painted, acrylic, whatever. I wipe it down with that damp rag. Take the pictures. When my basket gets full, I run the sonic cleaner in the background while I work on a couple more pieces. When that's done, everything gets out, put on paper towels to dry. So that's my system. And then once they're photographed, they go in these little bags. And you can label your boxes or your bins or whatever you're going to keep them in 1 through 500. And just put your bags in standing up. When it sells, you can pull it and make note of the number because you can reuse that number now. So if these sold tomorrow and I ship them, I can put another piece of jewelry in 100 slot. Makes sense? And then I bought these off of Temu. Don't come at me because I shop on Temu. I got like a couple rolls of different ones that either just say thank you or thank you for shopping at my small business. And I put these right over the number, so the buyer never has to know. And these are self-seal. And then I put one tiny piece of bubble wrap and put them in a bubble mailer, which we already had on hand because we sell remotes. But I'm going to show you how I actually figure out keywords and stuff as soon as I answer this question. Hey, my gosh, it's my friend Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I don't think it's in the description box because I haven't updated my YouTube description in 50 million years. But let's go grab it. In fact, let's look together. And then we will go look at the jewelry and then we'll do the giveaways. Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan, Stan? I'm not sharing my screen because I'm a professional YouTuber. You guys are going to get to see everything I buy. Bags and boards, hamster stuff. I buy a lot of my makeup and stuff on Amazon Prime because I cannot stand shopping for that stuff at Walmart. It's always so crowded in those aisles. And like you're trying to find your eye cream and there's 12 other ladies in the aisle crowding you. I'll just order my eye cream off Amazon. And I also order all my hamster stuff from here too. Anyway, this is it. And that's the little basket. See it? Comes out. You pull that inner basket out to use it. So I will get you an affiliate link. You can watch how to make an affiliate link today too. You grab the ASIN number and you put it in this link. What you get, they give you this link when you sign up to be an affiliate. And you just replace the ASIN. So there's the jewelry cleaner. Anybody want the bags? Does anybody want the bags? Bags. There they are. These are 2.8 mils, which is good enough for costume jewelry. You might want thicker mils if you're doing real jewelry or, you know, Tiffany's or real diamonds. I'm doing costume jewelry. This is good enough. Like I said, these are self-sealing. They do have some that Ziploc. They're a little more expensive. And I like the self-sealing more than the Ziploc. I like the thought that I'm sealing it to send it to my buyer. And you get 300 bags for $6.98. I mean, it's really inexpensive. So let me give you guys this. And then the stickers, I cannot get you an affiliate for. I think I have a Temu affiliate on my link tree, but I might have taken it down. You can just go on Temu. You can go anywhere and get those stickers. In fact, I think I actually might have some. Hey, it's Chrissy. I might have some of those stickers in my actual storefront for Flippin' Hippos. These are all affiliate links too. I'm required by law to tell you that. I make a couple pennies if you shop here. I might have some stuff in my bullet journal. I don't know. There might be some stickers. But this is my storefront. If you want to go in there and shop around and help me out. Buy some stuff. Give me a couple pennies. Guys, this is my friend Chrissy. She'll be on the show April 5th. Okay. So back to List Perfectly. So this is jewelry. We're going to pretend that these aren't listed, right? And this is my process. So I don't know the first thing about jewelry. Like I said, when I was married, I never wore a wedding ring. I've been a tomboy my whole life. I don't know anything about jewelry. I came into this completely blind other than, oh, hey, this is cute. This is cute. The stuff I was pulling out of the boxes. So what I do is I just take all the pictures. They sit here and list perfectly until I'm ready to list. And then when I'm ready to list, I say edit. And List Perfectly has this little magnifying glass in the upper right corner, which automatically does the Google image search for you. So like I said, if you don't use List Perfectly, you still have Google image search available to you. It's just not as streamlined or easy. And I can just kind of look through here and get some keywords. This is not a good example. With these, I just kind of knew that they were hoop, beads, clip-on, dangle, anything that's like that. I usually do put 80s, 90s fashion. Okay, but like I didn't know what this was, right? I've never seen earrings like this. So when I Google imaged it, I kept seeing the word tassel and rope. And that's all I do. Like I'm literally self-teaching myself with every single listing that I do. I just, I looked up this clasp to find out, oh, that's a clamp bracelet. So I literally just go down as I'm listing, building my listings in this perfectly, and just Google stuff just to see what other people are saying about it, what other keywords are happening. Oval wooden earrings, you know, red oval wooden earrings. And you can see prices. I'm going to tell you a secret. Unless something is really unique or very cool, I don't comp it. I have several friends that are costume jewelry sellers that I talked to, and they have like a base price. They start earrings, bracelets, and necklaces at. I wrote it down and I follow that. So I have a base price, $15 for earrings plus $5 shipping. If they're cool earrings, I do 20. If they're kind of maybe 12. So I kind of go up and down. I just use my gut. I use my intuition. But if it's something really super neat, like you guys got to see this key. This I did comp because I was like, what the heck? I don't know what this is. Never seen anything like this before. It's like this key that has these interchangeable jewelry pieces in it. See it? It's really neat. So I put that up for like 50. But I just do it. I just scroll down that Google image search and just quickly grab keywords. And then you start to learn. I mean, the second time I see something like this, I already know to call it beaded, right? A beaded necklace. So, oh, yes. I love stuff like that. I don't have a Rolo anymore. I have an ARC scan, but people that make their own stickers and stuff, that's so cool. Fascinating. Look how pretty that is. All right, we're going to do a giveaway. So if you have not tried List Perfectly yet, you don't have a current account, and you would like to try them, type #win, #win in the comments. And I'm also going to give away, let me think. Would you rather have a jeans or a plush guide giveaway? I'm going to give away one guide today. I'm being stingy because when I'm back in May on my birthday weekend, I'm giving away all the things. So if you want to win a guide, you can actually, you know what? You can pick the guide you want. Let's do that. If you win, you can choose which guide you get. You can pick whatever you want. So type #win, #win, and you can pick whatever one you want. And then should we pull the List Perfectly winner first, or should we pull the guide winner? You know what? I'm just going to pull a couple of winners, and we'll pull 2 winners, and then you can tell me what you want, whether you would rather have a month free of List Perfectly or a guide. Because if you already have List Perfectly, it's not eligible anyway. So type #win, WIN, #WIN. Jennifer, there you go. I want you to have a chance. And then I'll pull 2 winners, and each winner can choose what they want. Look at my fingers in the jewelry. I got to really scrub down before dinner. Would you guys like to know what I had for dinner? I want to tell you because it was a new recipe I tried, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I'm going to actually pull the recipe and put it in the chat. Oh my gosh. So it was chicken and onions. You can omit anything you don't like. And I think it was half a cup of butter. I mean, it's a fatty girl recipe. and you slice the butter on top of the chicken with the onions, and then she has a whole list of herbs that you put in on top, and you slow cook it all day. Then you shred the chicken, and then you add rotini pasta and a little bit of Parmesan, and I threw in some peas and carrots. Love cooking. Mary, I love cooking. I love it. I love it. I like to look at recipes, look up recipes, watch other people cook, and I love to cook myself. It's kind of like my book obsession. I love to read, but I also like to organize my books and look at my books and go and add books to my to-be-read list and go on Goodreads and play around with my books. It's a whole hobby. Corn and black beans. That sounds so good. We're going to have that tomorrow. I'm going to make chicken enchiladas tomorrow and corn and black beans and rice on the side. On the side. Make sure you're typing in hashtag win, WIN, for a chance to win a guide or a free month of List Perfectly, your choice. We'll do 2 giveaways. Add me to the hate cooking list. Oh my gosh, love to cook. I'm very food motivated. Like I said at the beginning of this, I'm not very money motivated. Like if I'm miserable at a job, it doesn't matter if I'm making $1 million. If I'm miserable at a job, I don't want the job. But I might do the same job for food. I like to bake, but baking and cooking are very distinctly 2 different things. Oh my goodness, Baby Yoda. I don't want to get him all back from my hands. Cooking and baking are distinctly different. Cooking is more of like an innate knowledge or talent. You just know how to do stuff. And baking is a precise mathematical science. And if you have one wrong thing, the whole thing. Ask me how I know. The time I doubled my banana bread recipe, but I don't know what I was thinking or not paying attention. I have true crime on when I cook all the time. I don't know what I was doing, but I had the recipe in front of me. I doubled everything except the flour, and the bread came out so flat. I was bad. But yeah, baking is a mathematical science, and you have to like a witch with her potions. You have to do everything exact. And when I'm cooking, if I put too much onion, I know I can add a little tomato sauce to cut the onion. It's more of a talent, like an innate knowledge, I guess. And you can also do taste, like, oh, that needs more salt, that needs more pepper. So he makes the best brownies. Gluten-free brownies. Ooh. I like brownies too. I left an entire industry and took a $30K, not a $30, $30K pay cut to do what I love, working with special needs kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I do this, number one, because I am disabled, and this is easy for me to do. It's something I can do from home. I know my limits. I know when I need to break. I know when I need to get up and stretch. If I'm having a bad day, I can take a pain pill and lay on my heating pad and make up my work the next day. I like this job because I can make everything work around my disability. The steamer I have is on wheels and light, and the pole goes up and down so I can sit and steam. I have rolly chairs in my office to move all my inventory around. This job is so great for my disability. But I also have chronic migraines, and I have a couple of other health issues that sometimes put me down for a day, and it's okay. I don't get fired. I just make up my work. But the second biggest reason, hey, Christy, shopping's fun. And yeah, Jennifer has fibromyalgia. Jennifer was actually on my show once. So if you haven't seen all my live shows, there's a playlist on my channel. Or you can just go to the live tab and you can kind of look through. I'm going to fix my bra on live TV, on live YouTube. I just did it. I did it. You can look through my lives and see all my former guests and see who you've missed. Jennifer was on. We talked a lot about working with disabilities. But the second reason I do this is for my freedom. I would rather make just enough money to pay my bills, keep food on my table, and have a little bit extra. Of course, you got to have a little bit extra. You want to go to the movies once in a while. You want those streaming apps. You want to be able to buy books and stuff, whatever your thing is. Go to Steelers games. I heard they play tennis or something. Just kidding. But if I could have just enough to have everything I need and some of what I want and be really comfortable and still be able to go on trips and stuff, and that's perfect for me. And that's exactly what we've built, because I want to quit every day at 6. I want to take 2 days off a week. I don't want to kill myself working. When I worked in the healthcare field, I worked 100 hours a week. And then I ended up killing myself and having a bad back and being disabled at the age of 37. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to work 100-hour weeks. I don't want to hurt myself. I want to work. I want to like go to work at 9, be done by 6 with a break for lunch in there, an hour walk in there somewhere. Like, I don't even work a full 8-hour day. You have to build up to it, of course. In the beginning, we did work 12-hour days, 6-7 days a week. He worked outside of the house, plus did this. But we worked really, 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 really hard to build it to what we needed. And then we maintain it now. And that's what I want. So that's me, but it's not for everybody. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do this. But for us, our free time and being able to take time off whenever we want, like when the new Final Fantasy came out on a Thursday, we just played hooky and play a video game. That's what we do this for. I want to walk across the hall in my pajamas looking like a homeless troll and just go to work every day and just take time off when I want. We're going to pull a winner in just a second. I want to catch up on the comments. Type win, hashtag win. You're going to win something. You said, I already read that. A tablespoon of salt instead of, oh my gosh. I bet that blueberry pie was nasty. I bet it was gross. Christy and I are going to talk about autism in April for Autism Month. I used to work with special needs, $100 a week. Let me tell you. I'm just away. I mean, last week when I was pre-recording a thread up unboxing, I'm sitting here and I did that. And then I looked at myself and I went, don't adjust your bra on camera. Do not do that. And I edited that whole part out. But you can't on live, and it needed to happen. Sorry. I'm a mess today. My knees, shoulder. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Thanks for coming, Della. I appreciate it. I love seeing you. Yes, this is the best. Like, I honestly miss taking care of people. I miss working in nursing homes. I miss working in group homes. I miss working with special needs. I miss being a direct care. I was direct care, NA. But I also passed out meds and stuff too. So I was like I was certified to pass meds and do direct care, a little bit of physical therapy. I was trained on feeding tubes. I was able to do that. I loved it. I missed it all the time, but I don't miss working 100 hours a week. I don't miss my employer being ready to step on my dead body just to get the new person in. I was the boss at the end. I don't miss being a manager and people being mean to me. And I don't miss like not being appreciated and just killing myself for nothing. You know what I mean? I'd rather do this and have my freedoms and read my books and live my little life in my house. I'm old now, and I just want everybody to get off my lawn and leave me alone. Let me read my books and watch my movies in my free time. I do work. When I work, I work. Most of you probably know that I do follow a very strict routine and schedule. And when I work, I work. Like, I make sure that every hour of work I put into this business is the equivalent of most people's 2 hours. Like, I hyper focus and I really get stuff done. All right, let's pull some winners. Y'all ready for this? We're going to pull a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see who wins. Who's going to win? Jennifer! Yay, Jennifer, you are not eligible for the free month of List Perfectly. She actually hosts a listing party on List Perfectly every week, the squirrel party. But you can pick a guide. So pick any of my guides and I'll send it to you. All right. We're going to pick another one. Who's it gonna be? Rini Reselling. Rini Reselling. Congratulations, Rini Reselling. I hope you're still here. If you are still here in the chat, Rini Reselling. If you do not currently use List Perfectly, you are eligible to choose that as your prize. You can have 1 month of the Pro Plus for free, or you can choose any guide. If you're not here and somebody knows her, let her know she won. There she is. Yay. A lot of times people will leave and then they'll win, and I hate to not give my prizes out because I like to uphold. I was going to say I have morals. I'm an honest person. If I say I'm going to give you something, I give it. So, is it Rennie or Rini? I'm going to call you Rini because that's cute. Rini, you do not have List Perfectly. Do you want a free month of List Perfectly, or do you want a guide? And Jennifer, you can just let me know. Send me a Facebook message because we're friends, or Instagram, and let me know which guide you want in your email, and I can have my send it to you. And Rini, if you don't want to be put on the spot and make your decision right now for your prize, Instagram. I'm like brain fart. Follow me on Instagram. I'll give you the link. You can send me a message on Instagram when you decide which prize you want. And if you do choose List Perfectly, there's a certain like hootie coo you have to do. Hootie coo. Oh my goodness. I went to Instagram to get you my link. And look. Her name is Clarice. She looks like my Lola. That's what Lola looks like. My Lola even has the little peanut butter mustache. I love hamsters. The biggest nerd. I'm so sorry. Y'all did not need to be brought into my unfortunate rodent obsession today. It's not unfortunate. Somebody's got to love the rodents. Not a lot of people do, and I do. All right, there's my Instagram. Just message me whenever you figure out what you want. And Jennifer, you too. Keep in mind that we do take Sundays and Mondays off. So if you message me like late tomorrow, I may not get back to you till Tuesday. But I will get back to you. And you can, I should probably show you where you can look at the guides, right? No, because I didn't even know my own Facebook. I don't know. Hold on a minute. It's Friday. I'm going to find this for you. It's Friday. It's Friday. I'm not going to find it for you. Flippinhippos.com. And then there's a section for training. But my Flippin' Hippos, there it goes. My flippinhippos.com is through GoDaddy, and it redirects to the place I built my website through, so it doesn't always want to be quick. But here we go. You can go to this page and kind of see what the guides are about to pick one. All right, guys, I'm going to give you one more look at my jewelry black fingers. I'm going to give you my usual spiel on a Friday afternoon. If you're here live, thank you so much for joining me today and spending over an hour with me, just chatting and talking and answering questions and untangling jewelry and having a good old time. I really appreciate you guys. I know our time is valuable, so that the fact that you spend it with me means a lot. And if you're watching the replay, the fact that you came back after the live to watch the replay and spend time with me, that really means a lot to me too. If you guys didn't watch my channel, I wouldn't have anyone to talk to, and there'd be no Flippin' Hippos. So I hope you guys know how much I do really appreciate you. And it's why I like to give away stuff once in a while, just to give back to the community that gives so much to me. I know this is free information for you, and it's fun, and you're hanging out, but I get paid, I get ad revenue, and it really, really helps my bottom line. It helps me to take evenings and weekends off so I can read all those books. So I do really appreciate you guys. My birthday's in May, so thank you early. I'm already planning my shows for that month, though, because it's going to be great. So that all said, what else am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you to take some time off this weekend for yourself, because if you work all the time, you are not mentally healthy, and you're no good for yourself, your friends, or your family, or your pets. You got to find that balance, and you can't fiddle fart around. You got to work. So find that balance. If you need help finding that balance, I have playlists on this channel all about how to do bullet journals and routines and time management. I have tons of videos on that stuff. So take some time this weekend and watch those and follow along and learn how to manage your time better. And this weekend, make sure that you get a little bit of work done, be productive, but do something fun. Take a little bit of time off. If it's just to read a chapter, watch a show or a movie, take your dog for a walk, go get some fresh air. That's important too. And pay attention to your friends, your family, and most importantly, your pets, because the animals are everything. Thank you so much, you guys. I do really appreciate you. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.